Well, hello, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm back from vacation and ready to film some new videos. Looks like we have a lot to catch up on. So today we're watching Prescribed a New Medicine After In and Out of the Hospital, Weigh-In Episode 8.
Hello, welcome to another weigh-in video. Let's get straight into the 5 questions. Do you realize that wrap from Chick-fil-A is 660 calories? So no, it is not 660 calories. It is only 660 calories when you get the lime ranch with it. I am not a lime girly, and you guys also know that I am a dry girly pop, so I actually eat the wrap just plain with no dressing at all.
I refuse to believe that the dressing makes that big of a difference, but okay.
So with no dressing at all, the calories are 350. Do you realize how proud I am of you for your last What I Ate Today video? So I had to add this because I just thought that was super sweet, and I appreciate people acknowledging that I really am trying. I am not the type of girly pop that thinks that tough love is the right answer, because for me, tough love makes me revert and it makes me fail. I am more of a girly pop that needs support and kindness.
Obviously, you don't know what the right answer is because you've made zero progress in 10 years, so just shut up.
That's what keeps me going. I know some people can do tough love and they hate the like soft love approach, but that's not me. How do you feel about loose skin? Years and years and years ago in my early 20s, I hated the thought of it, but I'm definitely different now. I think loose skin shares a journey and it shows strength. For anyone that has loose skin, like, you are beautiful. And that is literally just like an award. It's a medal that shows like you were once in such a difficult spot and you put in the work to fix it. Nothing to be ashamed of, and you're beautiful regardless. The only issue for me is I'm afraid of, like, because I've heard people saying that it hurts and you get rashes.
I'm gonna guess it's not that much different than how you're living now, but okay.
And things like that. So that's the only like downfall and thing that I'm afraid of. My thoughts on it, I have no negative thoughts on it. How society feels though, people can be really harsh and
Bitch, you're one of the most shallow, conceited person to ever live, so just shut the fuck up.
cruel about it. There are so many shallow people out there, but you know what? If I can be loved and people can find me attractive at 500 plus pounds, then I know that I can be loved and accepted
Feeders.
and found attractive even with loose skin. Does eating sweets make you tired? I've never really been the type to get tired after eating. I know people like to say that happens like on Thanksgiving and such, but I've never really had that issue. So
Well, amberlynn doesn't really do anything ever to maybe have a baseline of, what activities should make you tired, what shouldn't, but go off.
no. How many diet sodas do you have now versus when you didn't drink water? So I've pretty much cut it in half. So before I started drinking water, I'd probably have like 6 diet sodas a day, like the cans. And like sometimes like a fountain drink would replace a couple of the cans. But now I'm just having a couple a day. So now we're going to talk about my goals for last week and if I succeeded in those. So my first goal was do not weigh in daily, because I was doing that on Noom. I was weighing daily. And I told myself to wait till Tuesday, and I was successful in that. So yay. Next goal was work on my relationship with food, and I was also successful in that. Third goal was make an appointment with my doctor, and I did, but unfortunately it's a month from now. And now I'm going to talk about my goal for this week. I simply want to continue working on my relationship with food. I want to choose foods that will be good for my body in moments where I would normally choose foods that probably wasn't the greatest for me. It is going to be a moderation. So I'm not telling myself, oh, you can never have these things. It's just have them in moderation, but make sure you are fueling your body. Eating things like salads, vegetables, fruits. So now let's talk about how my week went. So I have been in and out of the hospital for the last like 2 to 3 days, and it has been pretty hard on me. I have had so much anxiety and worry, confusion and fear. It has definitely been bothering me. Obviously, it would bother anyone. And honestly, seeing my mom as stressed out as she has been because she's been worrying about me, it makes me feel
Making your mom spend overnight on Mother's Day in the hospital because you're a freaking idiot? Yeah, we know.
really, really bad. So I normally, during moments like this, would like turn to food, stuff my face, be an emotional eater, harder than ever before. but I have actually chosen to use this to drive me into making better choices. So, since the whole hospital things have happened recently, so in the beginning of the week, I have still chosen not the greatest things like out of habit, but I have also been consciously choosing good things as well. This is a learning curve, and I've
If she's referring to the salad that she had at bingo, which was fried chicken and cheese, wow.
actually been enjoying it. I was counting calories for like weeks and I'm over it. I hate counting calories. It is possible to build a good relationship with food and lose weight while doing so. But having to count every single calorie I was eating, it was becoming exhausting and overwhelming. And I found that I was actually making better choices not counting calories. And on some days, I was actually eating less than I normally would have while
Yeah, I bet.
counting calories. Because when I count calories, sometimes I find like, oh, I have so many calories left over. Let me
And when you count calories, you're not doing it accurately anyway, so
eat 2 candy bars. But it's like, while I'm not counting calories and I'm purposely trying to choose better things for me, I don't have that weird excuse in my head anymore. It's all a mental game, and I'm learning how to just navigate through it. The last weigh in, I was 516.2, and this weigh in, I was 513.0. So that means I'm down 3.2 pounds. I'm surprised I lost any weight.
which on her body is basically nothing. So I'm sure she'll say how proud she is, though.
Weight, to be honest, because my legs are very inflamed. I actually got prescribed an inflammation medicine. They told me to only take the inflammation medicine like if I want to, because they understand that having lipedema and lymphedema, like you're gonna have this inflammation regardless. So we're gonna see. So it's like, do I want a relief just for like a very short amount of time? It's a weird concept because it's not like I can just be on inflammation medicine for the rest of my life. That's just not the way it works. I just wanted to ease some of my inflammation for a little bit, and I appreciate that. But I genuinely don't see the point in even taking it if it's only going to be for a week. And then
Because she knows better than a doctor. Yeah.
I have to just go back to feeling like shit again. I don't know. But that is the end of my weigh-in. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, hello. Welcome.
Well, glad to see it's more of the same. Amber knows more than everyone, and she's got a new plan, which is no plan at all because she knows what she's doing. So I thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.